A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant development in U.S. politics, a federal appeals court has recently allowed President Donald Trump to proceed with an executive order aimed at ending birthright citizenship for children born in the United States to immigrant parents. This order, signed on his first day in office, seeks to reinterpret the 14th Amendment, which traditionally guarantees citizenship to all individuals born on U.S. soil. The implications of this order have sparked heated debates and legal battles across the nation. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the First Circuit is set to hear oral arguments in two consolidated cases, Odo 5, Trump and the State of New Jersey versus Trump. These cases challenge the legality of the executive order, which has faced significant pushback from Democratic-led states and immigrant rights groups. The order proposes that children born to parents who are in the country illegally, or those on temporary non-immigrant visas, should not be granted citizenship by birthright. This legal challenge comes on the heels of a Supreme Court ruling that partially sided with the Trump administration. The justices limited the scope of lower courts to issue universal injunctions that could block the president's orders from taking effect nationwide. However, lower courts have so far ruled against the Trump administration's attempts to enforce the birthright citizenship order. A federal judge in New Hampshire issued a nationwide injunction last month, effectively blocking the order from being implemented and certifying all infants born in the U.S. who would be denied citizenship under the new guidelines. The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals also ruled against the birthright citizenship order, stating that it was unconstitutional and issued a nationwide injunction to prevent its enforcement. Judges on the Ninth Circuit emphasized that the harm caused by the order could not be avoided without a uniform application of the citizenship clause across the country. This ruling has raised questions about the integrity of America's statistical apparatus and the potential impact of Trump's executive actions on the nation's demographic landscape. As the First Circuit prepares to hear arguments, the Trump administration is outlining new specifics on how it plans to enforce its order. Recent guidance from various U.S. agencies indicates that the requirements for parents seeking to prove their child's citizenship at birth will be significantly more stringent. For example, a birth certificate alone will no longer suffice as proof of citizenship for children born after the order takes effect. This proposed policy has been met with widespread criticism. Over 22 states and numerous immigrant rights organizations have filed lawsuits against the Trump administration, arguing that the executive order is unconstitutional and unprecedented in its scope. Legal experts warned that if the order were to take effect, it could lead to a significant number of children being denied citizenship, fundamentally altering the landscape of American citizenship and immigration policy. The stakes are high as the First Circuit weighs the arguments for and against the executive order. The outcome could have lasting implications for immigration policy in the United States, as well as for the rights of individuals born in the country. The legal battles surrounding this issue are likely to continue, with the potential for the Supreme Court to ultimately weigh in on the matter. In addition to the birthright citizenship order, President Trump has faced scrutiny over various other policies and actions during his administration. From the ousting of government officials to the implementation of tariffs on imported goods, the administration's decisions have sparked significant controversy and debate. As the 2026 Senate election cycle approaches, Trump's influence on Republican candidates and the broader political landscape remains a critical factor to watch. As these legal challenges unfold, the American public and lawmakers alike are left to ponder the future of citizenship and immigration in the United States. The ongoing debates and court rulings will undoubtedly shape the narrative leading up to the next presidential election, making this a pivotal moment in U.S. political history. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.